So excited that you're here. Please use that Q&A panel there to tell us where you're from, what you hope to get out of today. If you've got any questions, you can put those there as well. Uh, that way we can get to those. We don't take those at the end until the end, so don't stress if we don't get to them right away. As the screen just said, stay tuned. If you don't have to bounce at the top of the hour, stick around because we will be taking coaching calls and really diving into any questions you guys might have at that time. If you're a power agent, give us a shout out in the Q&A as well. We love to see that you're here. If you're a first time attendee to our webinar series, we'd love to properly welcome you as well. So pop that into the Q&A too. Don't be shy. Don't be a secret agent. Let us know that you're here. Use that Q&A panel there. That's also going to get you used to using that panel to ask any questions that you might have. So welcome to today's session. We're excited. We're going to get started here in about 7 minutes. Welcome, welcome. It's a quiet bunch today, Daryl. Oh, there's Joyce. Thank you, Joyce. Joyce kicks us off. Says good morning from Beggs, Oklahoma. Welcome, Joyce. Rob is first time. Hello, Rob. Welcome. We're so excited to have you here. Welcome to our series. This is our weekly webinar series where we share all kinds of strategies and tools and solutions every week. So thanks for joining us. Hello, Daryl Davis.
Hello, Julie. So welcome, everybody. Do me a favor. Also throw in there, as Julie said, what is it that you hope to get out of today? I mean, the topic is pretty self-explanatory. It's how to get. Let's do it another way. What's your biggest challenge right now? And if it's getting listings, why is it your biggest challenge? Is it the listing appointment? Is it finding the appointments? Is it fear of prospecting? I want to get a sense of what your challenges are so I can really help you. Go ahead, Jules.
I love it. Linda says hello from Long Island. She's having her best year ever. Yay, Linda. Can we do our little clapping?
Yeah. Now, Linda, I think she's a power agent, isn't she? Mm-hmm. Or I know the name Linda. I know Linda. Is she a power agent? Linda, are you a power agent?
Let us know. We've got Angie says good morning. Evelyn from Jersey. We've got Dan from Maine. Rob says thank you. He's from Myrtle Beach area, South Carolina. That's one of my favorite places, Rob. Nicole says good morning and happy hump day. Patrick says fear of prospecting is his biggest challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Keep those coming. So tell us what your biggest challenges are right now in terms of getting listings. Hey, Robert, welcome for you. Guys, for those of you just joining us, use that Q&A panel there to tell us where you're from. Excuse me. And most importantly, what you hope to get out of today. Oh, you want to read Linda's? Linda said, I attended your seminar. And yes, I'm a power agent. Best decision ever. I love it.
Thanks, Linda. I'm glad you're having your best year. It's important one to know. I mean, Linda, I know your name. So I'm glad you're having your best year, but I'm also glad that you're a power agent as well. So it's very cool.
Well, so what an inspiration, right? That's an inspiration to other agents that your best year is possible this year, right?
Right. A lot of people said last year was their best year and this year is like horrific. So it's really great to hear when a power agent's having their best year. Joyce, I'm challenged with prospecting, but I'm going to do the challenge that I was emailed this morning, and I intend for the challenge to turn it into success. Very cool, Joyce. Very cool. Edwin's from Long Island. How you doing, fellow Long Islander? Pilar, first timer. Julie from Ohio.
Awesome. Well, welcome, Pilar. We're so happy to have you here. Thanks for joining our webinar series.
Donna DeMeglio is from D-Land, Florida. Well, I know Donna didn't win the $1.5 billion because I don't think I'd be on this call this morning if I was.
Donna did win the Super Power Agent of the Month, though. So
that's right. She did. Super Power Agent of the Month. Donna, I'm glad you're here. Go ahead, Julie, take it over.
Terry said sellers are concerned about the interest rate. So that's her challenge or his challenge.
Yep.
Darren is from the San Francisco Bay Area. Leads are the challenge for Darren. Angie says, as a seasoned agent, I still get a lot from these sessions. I can't get enough. I'm still having trouble putting transactions together on the buyer's side. Awesome. All right, follow their lead, guys. Those of you just coming into the session, please pop into the Q&A where you're from, what you hope to get out of today. If you're brand new to our our webinar series, let us know that too, so we can welcome you properly. If you're a power agent, pop that in there too, so we can say hello.
Julie, that agent, if they're a power agent that's having trouble putting deals together, if you're a power agent, I'm going to suggest that you watch the negotiating session that I did. And of course, you can ask me for one-on-one coaching on Monday. But that negotiating webinar is the best because there's no quick answer. In this day and age of multiple offers still, it's a big answer to a very simple question like how do I get my offers accepted when you're in a multiple offer situation. So it's a big answer. So I want you to watch that training if you're a power agent. Let me jump to Patricia. Patricia said, hello, this is Patricia from New Jersey. Daryl is a New Jersey realtor. We just found out we need a permit to go door knocking. The cost is $50 for the permit. I also wanted to thank you for your weekly Wednesday webinars. Getting listings is a challenge for me as I'm doing this for 2 years. I did well my first year, but this year not so well. All right, well, Patricia, that's so weird about the permit, but $50, no big deal. As far as getting the listings and the challenge of that, today's going to help you. Today is going to be the start of helping you. So, Patricia, Tricia, I don't know if you're a power agent or not, but there's a lot more to help you with that as well. So stay close with us. All right, go ahead, Julie. Take it over. We got 2 minutes left.
Donna, power agent from Avalon, New Jersey. Welcome, Donna. We've got Rob says leads are a factor for him as well. Karen from California. Welcome, Karen. Donna said, following up is my Achilles heel. I think that's a lot of agents' Achilles heel. That's, it's funny that she says that because that number comes into my head. It takes at least 3 contacts for people to know your name, at least 5 for them to put your name with your business, 7 for them, for them really to be recognizable. But most agents quit after 3. So you really got no competition. If you do follow up, if you put follow up in place, there's really so much less competition, right?
All right, we got Beverly Rasmussen. She said, power agent, this is the best agent program in the marketplace. Yvette, good afternoon from Connecticut, power agent, awesome. Hello from Maryland. Dana Berrick, another power agent. Got a lot of power agents in the house today.
Mary Buttondeck's in the house.
Yep. Edwin, lead generation is my challenge currently. Yeah, so we're going to get started. Okay. I'm going to change my screen. I'll tell you, for those of you that are, you can keep publishing where you're from, as Julie would always say. So keep telling us where you're from. Keep walking on us. I'm going to change my slides. While I do that, Julie, I want to say to everybody, as far as the lead generation, you're in the best place because today's session is exactly about that. It's going to be a fire hose of stuff. And I'm almost ready, Julie. So if you want to take it from here.
Well, Anthony says you're the man. So you might want to take that as we get started.
Anthony said I'm the man. Thank you.
The man.
All right. I like being called the man. All right. So let's do this, Julie.
Let's start. Welcome, everybody, to today's webinar, 11 Best Ways to Generate Listings for Under $100 with our host with the most, Coach Daryl Davis. To get the most from today's session, we want you to take really good notes. We want you to use that Q&A panel there to ask any questions you might have. Don't stress if we don't take them right away. We will be taking those at the end, so stick around for that if you can. To reach us at any time after today's session, you can reach us on all social media channels at Daryl Speaks. Daryl's the author of 3 books, all published by McGraw-Hill Publishers. That first one you see there, How to Become a Power Agent in Real Estate. It's actually one of the best-selling books to agents on Amazon. Daryl was named this year by Risk Media Magazine as one of the top real estate newsmakers and influencers. His 4th year in a row, I might add.
Thank you.
He's also the recipient of the coveted CSP designation, which is only given to less than 2% of speakers worldwide. On that note, Daryl, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Julie, for that intro. After that intro, I feel very special. I have so many accolades. But anyway, I want to welcome everybody to today's session. So I see there's a bunch of first timers, so I want to just let the first timers know, get this question out of the way. A couple more things I'm going to say, and then I'll get into the content. Is this webinar a sales pitch? I have attended webinars before that make promises, of things, and it can be frustrating when you walk away feeling empty, like you invested a lot of time and you didn't walk away with a lot of content. So I can promise you that is not my style. My style is, especially if you're a first timer, is to give you so much content that you walk away from this experience saying, geez, look what I learned in an hour. I learned so much. Imagine if I spent more time with this coach. So that's my approach, is to give you a fire hose of great content and earn your trust. But I also want to say this webinar is part of a training series for our power agents. So some of you on this call are power agents, and some of you are our guests. I want to welcome the guest. The reason why I just say this up front is because guests, from time to time, because this webinar is for our power agents, I am going to be telling our power agents about where to find something in their training material, or I may be sharing some other power agent case studies when they've applied the things that we've taught, how it's helped them. So, but regardless, you're going to get a tremendous amount of value. Now, if you're, as a guest, if you decide that you want to be a power agent, you can do that at the end, or you can do it at any time, but I'd rather you let me continue to teach you. But this little pop-up thing that just popped up, like if you click that, it'll bring you to how to sign up. I will tell you everything on the screen as a guest, which individually is worth almost $2,000. There's a special right now where for $5 you can get all this stuff emailed to you, become a power agent for 30 days and kick the tires. All right. Now, with that said, I'm going to invite everybody to just scan this code, Power Agents as well. This is a group that we created a few months ago called Our Inner Circle. And this is for anybody, power agents or non-power agents, who've attended like a training like this or a live event, that they can stay in touch with us and we can give more motivation and more training through that platform. Okay. The last thing I'm going to say about this webinar, so these weekly webinars, power agents, as you know, they kind of go one of two ways. I'll either go wide on a topic or I'll go super deep on just one topic. So when I go wide, I'm covering a bunch of little things. Like today's webinar, for example, is the 11 ways to generate listing leads under $100. That's a wide webinar because any one of those 11, I could talk an hour just about that. So that would be going deep. So let's get into this content. And I will tell you, power agents, we created something new for you. It's a summary of this webinar, like a cheat sheet. So power agents, if you go to your classroom and you just type in lead gen or 11 best or just type in 11, Julie, if you can check the search, how to find that for the power agents. And it's a 2-pager, power agent, so you can print it up and hang it in your face. I highly encourage you to do that. And guess, by the way, if you do it at $5, you're gonna get a copy of this too, okay? Because now you're a power agent. All right, let's go through the 11. Jot this down, everybody, and I'm gonna go fast. Number 1 is email marketing. So email marketing is a powerful tool, and there's a lot of different platforms, like literally dozens upon dozens of platforms that you can choose to use as your email platform. What I'm going to recommend that you do is you should have a CRM. So let me back up for a second. So a CRM to me is there's a few things that an agent needs to be successful. One is their telephone. No, another one is a website. Another one is their car. Another one is being a realtor. Another one is being a power agent. Wink, wink, a little plug. And the last thing is a CRM. Like, those are all the things you should really have to be successful in this business, honestly. Now, if you don't have a CRM, your tip is going to be different here. Number 1 should be get a CRM. Now, a lot of the CRMs that are out there have a built-in um, email system that you can use to send out emails and communicate with people. So, for example, in our program, Power Agents can get what's called Power Builder. That's our CRM. And what a CRM can do for you is you can schedule active campaigns. Like if you can just see, this is just a screenshot sample. And, it's not the best blurry here because it's a screenshot, but you'll see it says event there, the first purple line, event. Underneath that, it says monthly e-newsletter, 4th of July. So what these are, like that monthly e-newsletter, that first one, is an automatic email that's going out every 30 days as a newsletter, e-newsletter, to whoever you tag in your CRM. So if you don't have a CRM, you need to get one. If you do have a CRM, gang, I want you to check and see if it has this email system built into it. I'll bet you it does. Oh, and here's something else. Let me say something here, gang. So some of these 11 that I'm giving you, I want you to ask yourself this question. Are you really using it, right? Like if you have this email system, this platform, and you have your CRM, so I don't want you to listen to me and say, yeah, all right, I already got that. All right, okay, but are you using it? How well do you know it? How well do you know how to do a mail merge with your contacts into your email? Are you putting the proper hyperlinks? Are you putting in too many hyperlinks? And are you showing up as spam? In other words, I want you to really know how to use your email in your CRM. Now, the other thing to check, like our CRM agents, it actually has automatic posting of social media stuff, right? So of magazines like Good Housekeeping or any article from the news, CNN. How am I doing here, Sarah? As far as I just got an error message on this video. Is
You're
everything okay? I got a lagging error message. Okay,
Nope.
Good. So our CRM does automatic social media posting to whatever platform you use. We talked about the newsletter. Same thing. You should have a website that's associated with your CRM. So when people go to your CRM or go to your website, and if let's say they fill out a lead capture form, they're actually filling out a contact record in your CRM. And without them realizing it, they're getting registered into your CRM for you to do continuous follow-up. Here's something I want to show you about emails, okay? So pay attention to your signature. Now, I'm using my personal signature to highlight a few things. So the signature that I have here, you'll notice we've got my mobile number, my office number, the website, my email. You'll see those little links there. Those links are to my Facebook account, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. By the way, I'm going to give you a little extra tip here, gang. My website is darylspeaks.com. My email is daryl@darylspeaks.com. My Facebook account is Daryl Speaks. My Instagram is Daryl Speaks. LinkedIn is Daryl Speaks. Everything. Pinterest is Daryl Speaks. So there's a little side tip for you. If you had one domain that you could use as your brand, Daryl sells Long Island. If I was a real estate professional, perhaps. But here's where I really want to focus in on you. Do you see that after my name, it says Daryl Davis, CSP? A lot of people don't know what CSP is. CSP stands for Certified Speaking Professional. Only 2% of the speakers in the entire world actually have that designation. In my profession, that's kind of a big deal. But because people don't know that, I educate them. You'll see it on the screen there with that little asterisk, and it tells people this is what a CSP is. So what I'm going to recommend that you do, if you have a designation, assume the civilian doesn't know what the designation is, and you should put that in your signature and educate them on it. So for example, Power Agents. Let me talk to our coaching members for a second guess. Power Agents, the Power Agent is a registered trademark. You know how realtor's a registered trademark? You can't call yourself a realtor unless you're a realtor. You'd be breaking the law, you get a lawsuit. We own the trademark for Power Agent, not in the US only, not in Canada, not the UK, all over the entire world. We have registered Power Agent in every corners of the entire world. So if somebody's in the real estate profession, only a power agent can call themselves a power agent. So power agents, what you should have in your signature, just like I have the CSP, you should have that signature. A power agent is a member of an exclusive program of dedicated professionals, less than 1% of agents across North America. We have to change that North America because it's now the world. Committed to helping buyers and sellers get to their next level in life. Power agents, that's a smart thing to do to brand yourself with that. Here's the next thing. Number two. Number one was your email, using your email effectively. Number two is business cards, car signs, and name tags. Now, some of you might say, Daryl, this is kind of basic. Well, don't forget what the title of today's session is, the 11 best ideas under $100. And these to me are really, they're not utilized well enough. Like, for example, so we all have business cards, but what about digital business cards? I don't even have a screenshot for that. If you were to type in digital business cards, you'll find of several different companies where what you can do is with your phone, hold the phone up to another phone and you'll transfer your contacts information back and forth. So there's digital cards, which is pretty cool. But I'll tell you, I like the business cards still. Here's why. Because first of all, let me finish with the screen. The reason I'm showing you Markful, this company, is because they have really thick business cards, like a card stock. And when you get that card, it's like, it stands out. It's just a little cut above the rest. You go on a listing appointment, you give them that card, it goes, Now, another company that has similar, that's called Moo Printing, MOO. They have also really thick business cards. But this company, they seem to cater to real estate professionals, and that's why I gave you that one. I don't know if you can tell in the bottom right-hand corner, that exit, do you see that green, the teal? It's like the cards are like double in size. Very, very professional. But the other reason why I like business cards is because I would do this. I wouldn't put my cell number on my card. I put a QR code on it. I wouldn't put my cell number. Because watch, this is how I would do it. You're talking to a buyer, you show the buyer a house. They like the house, but they want to think on it. It's a hot market. They want to put an offer in, but they need to sleep on it. So I'll say, all right, here, Mary, here's my card. Listen, this house is going to, I think it's going to go quick. So as soon as you guys know what you want to do, as a matter of fact, here, let me give you my personal cell number, and do not hesitate. If it's midnight tonight, you have a revelation, you want to get this, then call me anytime, because I don't want you to lose this house. There's a little something special when you don't just print your cell, but you actually take the time to actually give it to an individual. It makes that individual feel a little extra special. Name tags, name tags, name tags. How many of you, I'm curious, let's do a study right now. How many of you write, I want you to write in the Q&A, is it in the Q&A? Yes, in the Q&A, we're going to do a study right now. How many of you wear your name tags every time that you go out? Every time that you go out, you're wearing your name tag. I want you to write yes or no. Come on, we're going to do a study because I want you to see. We have hundreds of people on this call, and I'm curious how many people are wearing their name tags. There'll be a delay, so I'll wait till it kicks in. But let me tell you something about name tag. I got a case study for you. This agent has a different name tag for every outfit that they wear. They have the blingy one and the not so blingy one. Where are they? Oh, they're coming in now. Hang on a second. I didn't see them coming in, Julie. All right. So here we go. Yes, I do. No, absolutely. No, every day. Very good. Yes, no, nope. Yes, no. So no. Yes, 60% of the time. I appreciate that. No. I feel good, Julie. You can publish all those. I feel like they were a little heavy on the nose than we are in the yeses. Let me give you a case study about name tags. One of our power agents, Gail Gladstone, co-op banker agent, because Daryl and his program made over $130,000 my second year real estate and $262 in my third year. Now, for those of you that have never seen me before, no, I've been in this business for over 30 years. I started at 19 years old as an agent. I was doing 6 transactions a month, but more than half my life has been eating, sleeping, drinking this business and coaching agents. And Gail is one of my favorite power agents. I'm going to tell you the story really quick about what happened. Gail, she was wearing her name tag. She was out on her anniversary with her husband. Well, this is a true story. So her husband gets a little annoyed, with Gail wearing her name tag. She's top agent. And the husband's like, why you got to always be working? Like, this is our anniversary and you're wearing your name tag. I know this is what he's finished off the thing saying. I know you love real estate and you're really good at real estate and you're doing it, but you got to take a break from it. Well, anyway, the tail end of that conversation, the bartender heard it. The bartender came over to Gail and her husband. Said, "Oh, you're in real estate, really?" But I'm not going to drag out the story. Let me hit you with the punchline. It turns out that the bartender was not just the bartender. He was the owner. He owned the bar and the restaurant. And he's asked Gail to list the business and to list his house because he was retiring to go to Florida, which she also has a license in Florida, and she sold him a house in Florida. She made about, I don't know, $30,000 off of the name tag, wearing it out on her anniversary. Now, guess what? Her husband works for her, Gail. You better wear that name tag every moment you can. Listen, it's less than $100. Put your name tag. Don't be a secret agent. This is beautiful over here. All right, now let's go to the next one. Name tag. Come on, that's so easy to do. This is one of our power agents, Jennifer Hiller. Now she wrapped her car. So this would be like a big name tag. Yeah, and I love it. If you zoom in there, you'll see she's got the power agents. I'm talking to you. Do you see how she's got your favorite power agent in East Texas? And power agents, you see how she put the registered trademark? You want to do that because that tells all the non-power agents in East Texas, you can't call yourself a power agent because Daryl will sue you. And there's the logo at the bottom there as well. But I'm going to tell you something, gang. I have agents that when they go to church, pull up in their car and the church, it's sitting like that simple little thing is powerful. And let me tell you something. Now, this is going to cost a little bit more than $100. But Vistaprint, I did this for you because I'm like, because to wrap a car, you've got to find somebody local to you. So if you Google wrap car, you'll find a company and it's going to be a little bit more than $100. So I decided for you in this training, I said, let me go to Vistaprint. And Vistaprint has car magnets. So they're $53 each. So it's a little over $100. I'm sorry, $106. And you'll get 2 car magnets and you can accomplish the same thing. You don't have to do a wrap, you see? All right, let's talk about promotional flyers. Promotional flyers are not expensive for you to produce. Now, let me talk to the power agents for a second. Power agents, we have a ton of stuff for you. We have over 700 marketing pieces, newsletters, flyers, checklists, ton of stuff. And I'm going to show you a new one that we just created for you a couple of weeks ago. Some of you already know about it. So this is, I just found this in the Power Agent Facebook group. Ashley, I don't know if Ashley's on the call. Let me tell you what she wrote here. She wrote, "Hello, Power Agents. I've been hearing about the possibility of personalizing and branding marketing pieces in the classroom. It is very doable. I'm manic for that. I download the materials in Word, PowerPoint, etc. files and use them in Canva, Vistaprint, Wise Pelican, and other software services. It's so edible." So, for example, she created a finder's fee certificate, was completely remodeled on the Canva platform, and printed at Wise Pelican. The buyer guide was straight copy and paste into Vistaprint. It is so convenient, so easy to go. So this is what she's talking about. What she's talking about is, you see that certificate that we designed a certificate that she tweaked, and it's basically a finder's friends gift certificate for referral business. And then she's got the buyer's guide. I'll show you the buyer's guide in a minute. But what she did too is the QR code. QR code is one of the tips that I'm going to give you later, but I'm so proud that Ashley is using the QR code. Let me show you another flyer. Power Agents, this is something we created, about Zillow and Zillow estimates. And I'm not going to read the whole thing because I got so much content to give you today. I'm going to zoom in that first paragraph. In a prominent marketplace, and let me just say something about this. Too many homeowners rely on Zillow estimates or Zestimates. And they'll even say that to us when we go on a listing appointment. I think your house should be listed at this. And like, yeah, but my Zestimate is bada bing. And it's like, and we hate that when this happens, right? What I'm going to show you is a message that we should get out into our communities. Like not just in your farm area, but like we should spread the word on this. Watch, it's very powerful. In a prominent Market Watch article, Market Watch is like a news, like CNN, but it's in reference to stock market, and it's mostly stock market stuff. So anyway, Market Watch article, Spencer Rascoff, Zillow's former CEO, said, "We call it a Zestimate and not a Z appraisal and not a Z price. It's meant to be a starting point, determine a more accurate opinion of a home's value. You should hire a real estate agent." So you've got the guy who created, because when he was the CEO, he created the Zestimate thing. He's saying, listen, don't count on the Zestimate. You need to talk to a realtor because it's not really real. It's a marketing thing. And as a matter of fact, one of the articles we have for the power agents is that he sold his own home, Spencer Rascoff, for like $100,000 more than what the Zestimate said, which means the Zestimate is totally wrong on his own house. Okay, let's go to this over here. How to improve your credit score when buying a home. Get a free account with Credit Karma to see your credit score. Go through the report, see if there's anything unusual. Where there's something unusual to report. Okay, so this is just another flyer that you can give to buyers. You can give to wannabe buyers. You can give this to rental folks. This is an inexpensive thing for you guys to create and to promote. Now, I'm going to say as a side thing, jot this down. If you don't have Credit Karma, you personally go sign up. It's free. And it's amazing on it's such a great resource, and you should have all your buyers sign up on it when you're working with your buyers. Okay. So here's the next thing. Top 100 reasons to hire a real estate agent. Typical pre-listing, selling the property. I'm going to tell you something. When you go through these 100 things that we do for homeowners and why homeowners should hire a real estate agent, you probably want to raise your commission. This is a great piece that validates us, validates our commission, and it motivates you and gives you get your own self-respect. Let me show you another flyer. This one is one of my favorites. This is the best apps for buyers and sellers. There's a mortgage calculator, a family handyman, do-it-yourself tip genius, great schools. That great schools, let me tell you, that great schools, when you get a buyer who asks you, how are the schools? You know that that's a fair housing, a hot potato. You can't say, right? Just tell them, go to great schools. You research it yourself. But so that's a great one. Realtor.com, Magic Plan, Home Snap, Around Me House. So that's another promotion piece. Now, this is my one that I just created in Julie's absence. Julie was not around last week. I'm on a little vacation, and I'm very proud of myself that I did this. It's a community-centric heat wave initiatives for real estate professionals. So let me tell you why I created this. I don't know if you can tell, but it's getting hotter in the world. And we have some power agents in Florida. Anybody from Florida? Is it hot there? Let me give me you don't have to write it in the chat. If it's hot, give me a hands up there. You see those little icons in the thing? Give me a hands up if it's hot in Florida. Okay, here they come. See, those are more instant. But yeah. So what I did, I was sitting in my office one weekend. I was working on the webinar. Thank you, everybody. And they keep coming in. But it's really hot out there. So I got so upset about this heat wave. And I started to think, how can we as an industry help people in this? So I created this community-centric heatwave initiatives that we can do. Now, I'll just read a couple of them. So you can have educate on home cooling, provide pamphlets, webinars, seminars on cost-effective methods to cool your home. Collaborate with mortgage lenders. Reach out to local mortgage lenders to discuss potential short-term relief or flexibility. Okay. Fundraise for affected family. Promote tax rebates and incentives. Local governments sometimes offer tax rebates or initiative. Hey, my Long Islanders, PSEG, they can give people tax credits or give incentives to cool the home or make it more energy efficient. Lobby for urban green space. Anyway, there's so much great stuff. I'm so proud of this. I say stupid. It's stupid because it's only 2 pages, and it's This to me is so valuable that I created for you guys to bring to your community to help in this heat situation. All right, let me go on. Okay. So number 4, public open houses. And let me give you a case study here. Debbie Fayed, one of our power agents from Long and Foster. She said, I followed Daryl's marketing suggestion, did 2 open houses for another agent. And I picked up 4 new leads because of it. If any of you don't have listings, you should ask the agents in your office who do have listings, can I do an open house for you? Because that open house could generate leads for you. Now, I don't have time. Remember I said that some of my trainings go deep. This is one of those. I did in June, just a couple of months ago, how to get a surge of listings from one open house. Power agents, it's in the webinars on demand. And you have to watch this because if you want to get more listings, this is the webinar that's going to help you. And again, this is under $100. Now, but let me give you, I don't want to tease everybody like, I'm not a power agent, I can't watch it. So let me give you some thoughts about it right now so you can walk away with some tips. There's 4 P's to having the most successful open house. There's the preparation of the open house. Like you got to prepare for it correctly. So this is more than just pick a date and a location and that's it. So you got to prepare for it. You've got to promote it. One of the most important things about the open house is not the open house itself, but it's the promotion of the open house. Even if people don't come to your open house, if they see your name, face, and what you do for a living, you're out there marketing and working, that is gold right there, ladies and gents. I'm going to say that again because I don't want you to miss the concept. The actual open house itself is not the most important thing. If you had nobody show up to your open house, the promotion has benefits by itself. Having your face and your name and you out there showing people you're working and you're doing real estate. The presentation is the actual day of the open house. I call it presentation. You're presenting the house. Plus, I wanted to call this the 4 Ps, and that sounded like the best P to do. So presentation is the open house itself. And the last P is post-open house. I think one of our agents said on this call, saying that follow-up is perhaps my worst thing, and you need to make sure you have that system. Now, power agents, we give you the system as far as the texting and the phone calls, and I'm going to show one of the secret weapons to everybody in just a minute. This is one of the best things about the pandemic that came out of the pandemic is this right here. Do you remember before the pandemic, most of us, how we'd have an open house, most of us, I'd say 90% of all of us, we would just have buyers come in swarms, right? So you could have 2 or 3 or couples in the house at the same time, and they're all over the place. When we had the pandemic, we said, all right, we got to slow this up. So people waited outside. It created a line. We only let couples in one at a time. Now, power agents, you see this? Nobody's wearing a mask. Why? Because my power agents, we keep doing that. Even after the pandemic, this is part of the strategy, is you do not let people in. You have a line and you let parties in one at a time. You do it with a fellow agent, and one is out there meeting, greeting. The other one is doing the tour. Now, let me tell you why this is so extremely powerful. What do you think's happening with this line of people? The people in the back of the line, they're ready to spend $100,000 more than the asking price because they're afraid, because people have a fear of losing out. This creates the sense of fear of losing out. I don't want to lose the house. I want the house. So before they even walk into the house, they already want to buy it. That's number 1. Number 2 is and this is the main reason why I like it. I mean, what I just said is not really the reason why I do it, because I don't want to stress buyers out to buy something. The real reason why I want power agents to do this is this one. And that is all of those houses on the block. They see that Coldwell Banker sign. They see that line and they're like, what the heck is going on in our neighborhood? It generates more listings, more phone calls, more leads. That's why I love the line. And this is why power agents, we created these, those stupid, stupid because they're small. Those little easel signs, open house, they're too small. They don't do anything. You put a balloon, the air runs out of it 30 minutes into the open house, and then it's on the ground. People can't see those signs. We have designed power agents for you. The biggest, I think, Sarah, how big are these signs? They're at least I think 15 feet high. Is that
Yeah, I
right?
think we have both 13 feet and 15.
We have 13 and 15. I always want the 15. I think the reason why we did the 13 is because it saves a considerable amount of money. That extra 2 feet is a little bit more expensive, but that catches people's eyes in the neighborhood. Here's another one. Can you imagine having a drone up and down the block during the open house or just before the open house or in the town saying, hey, come to this open house? That's some great marketing. Now, guess if you decide you want to be a power agent, that $5, I'm going to send you a checklist email to you today, like right after this webinar. But everything on the screen here, guess we're going to email it to you immediately. So you don't have to try and find all of the content. This is why we put this package together. Thanks for the hearts and the things. Okay. Now, secret weapon. Okay. Secret weapon. Wow. This is one of the best ideas I'm giving you today. Power agents who've been with me for a while, you know I've been very passionate about this. So I'm sorry that you're hearing it again. But it's slide broadcast. Now, slide broadcast, let me tell you what it is, and I'm going to tell you, power agents, what we did for you. What slide broadcast does, ladies and gents, do you ever have that happen where you have a message on your phone and you're like, why do I have a message on my phone? I didn't hear it ring. Because sometimes that happens, right? So then you listen to the voicemail. Well, this is what slide broadcast does. What slide broadcast does is you record one message and you then upload your list of mobile phones that you get from other services. And then it goes right to their cell phone. Now, the reason why this is powerful is because first, let me demonstrate the dialogue, for example. Let's say you were using this for an open house, like I was just talking about. Let me do another dialogue. Let's pretend you want to call. Let's pretend you have a buyer that wants to buy in this town. Okay, so how are you going to find the listing for this if they've seen all the houses? So you record this. Watch. Hi, this is Daryl Davis from Power Realty. I'm sorry I missed you. The reason why I was calling is because I have these buyers that I've been working with by the name of Mary and John Smith, and they are committed to buying a house in Wading River. And they've seen every house that's for sale, and inventory is really low. So I promised Mary and John that I would personally call every single homeowner in Wading River until I found them a home. So the reason why I was calling is to ask you if you've heard of any neighbor or anybody who's just thinking about selling. Could you please call me, because they're such a great couple and I really am committed to helping these people. And if there's anything you ever need, consider me a resource. My cell number is yada, yada. Now, so I just recorded that. Now, when they hear that, it's going to sound like I actually made the individual call. I recorded it. And I uploaded to, 1,000 people, 1,000 homeowners, that message. And you know what? 1,000 homeowners, bada bing, right away, get that same message. There's no way you can call 1,000 people in like a minute. But this system gives you the ability to do it. And I have power agents who are getting homeowners, calling them left and right. This is one of the biggest secret. I love this. Now, power agents, this is what we did for you. Now, some of the new power agents that don't know this, some of the experienced know it. We cut a deal with this company where power agents, you get 150 calls for free. So what you could do, power agents, is test it out before you commit. And you pay as you go. There's no membership. There's no subscription. How much it costs you? 10 cents. So if you did 1,000 people at 10 cents each, that's $100. Come on. Now, power agents, we also did this. Wait, sorry. I actually said we can do this for so many things: open houses, for FSBOs, for expireds, for I have a buyer, for pre-foreclosure, follow-up to people, a seminar. You want to invite people to a seminar on how to buy real estate or sell real estate. Anyway, power agents, we wrote all of this dialogue for you. We negotiated that deal for you. Please, you got to do this. This is a no-brainer. This is free, 150. Okay. Number 5, online directories. Now, let me give you it's number 5, online directories. Let me give you a case study. Alma, she posted this just recently, July 28th. She said, congratulations, Karen Lee, power agent from Tennessee. In the closing on my referral to you, power agent referral through our directory works. Power agents, let me tell you something. This directory that we have, here's a screenshot of just one of the pages. This directory that we put together for you, which is part of your monthly membership, there is at least 4 to 6 deals a month from power agent to power agent. And we as a company, we don't take any of that. So that's 100% money going back and forth. There's tens of thousands of dollars in commission. I'm telling you, power agents, some power agents told us it's worth the $47 a month just to be in the directory and not do anything else. So now the rest of us, here's what you need to do. Look at your branding with online directories. For example, Google your business. Look at your business and see and make sure your profile on there is good. Yelp, LinkedIn, Homes.com, Facebook Business, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, local directories like Church Bulletin. So in other words, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to tell you to do is look at all of the places that you could be listed, and some places you currently are listed, like your Facebook page, your LinkedIn profile, your Twitter. I didn't put Twitter there. Check all your profiles. Listen, check all your profiles. Some of you have typos. Some of you have link. You know what? I saw so I also buy investment property, and one of our properties in one of the towns has hardwood floors, and I'm going to refinish the floors. I got a guy, but I saw a van with a QR code. Okay, and I said, all right, let me just get that there, and maybe I'll check the price. I can negotiate my guy down a little bit. So I did the QR code. Guess what happened? It brought me to please contact us. We canceled your account. I swear to God, that was the landing page. So the floor guy, the company he used for his website or whatever page he had with that QR, they canceled his account. Not good advertisement for this floor company. So when I tell you to check your profiles, please don't assume that it all is peachy keen. Make believe you're a buyer looking. Now, power agents, one of the people, so you know power agents, we interview specialists every month to bring to you. One of those was Jennifer Darling. And she said how to generate LinkedIn leads using the power agent content. Check out that awesome training module. Also, Christy Murdoch. Christy Murdoch is a brilliant woman. She did a webinar for us on how to write incredible bios that people will read. As a matter of fact, she's for hire too. We negotiated a deal for you power agents. If you want to hire Christy to do any writing for you, ask us about that. Okay. Now, next thing. Oh, power agents. Listen, here's another thing. Guys, stay with me. I just got to talk to power agents. Power agent marketing thing. Power agents, we created a marketing kit for you to help you brand you being a power agent. We created a Facebook frame. Some of you have been using the Facebook frame. There's a video on how to do that. You get a certificate of membership that says you're a very special agent in the real estate industry. You print that out, bring that with you on listing presentations. There's different options on the frame. So check that out, power agents. All right, number 6, community engagement. Community engagement can cost you less than $100 to engage with your community. Here's a case study. One of our power agents, Wendy Han, she said Friday was National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. I don't know what she's talking about. In my house, every day is Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. But anyway, it seems that there's a national holiday that I don't know about. She delivered cookies by car and by bike to her hairdresser, handyman, clients, and even coworkers. Everyone deserves homemade cookies. Now look at the smiling faces there. Let me tell you what's awesome about Wendy and this case study is we have this thing called Smile Stops. This is a Smile Stop where you bring a gift to people. It could be a pie, it could be the cookies, it could be whatever during the holidays, like wrapping paper. We have all these ideas. We have Smile Stop ideas. But what I love about the Smile Stop, listen to me. This is what I love about the Smile Stop. Not only does it put a smile on the receiver's face, but it puts a smile on your face. It makes real estate fun. And some of us need a little dose of fun. So do it, if not for any other reason, but for your own sanity, because this business can be challenging. This is another case study. Marco, another power agent, he went out for a purposeful walk. I love how he wrote that, purposeful walk around our neighborhood today. It happened to be neighborhood garage sale day. Of course, I took a handful of business cards and cash just in case I found something that I wanted. I used some of the scripts conversation from the Power Agent Library. I was also able to have meaningful conversations with some of the neighbors. I handed out my cards. I ended up with 2 leads, one with immediate real estate needs. I have the names and phone numbers, of course, their address. Plus, I got some tacos from the local taco stand. Here was the local taco stand, was a little kid selling tacos. Now, here's some other community things. Join your local groups, your Kiwanis, your chamber, power agents. I created a whole list for you here of all of these other groups that you can tie in with. Power agents, you're going to get a copy of the slides. Places of worship. By the way, places of worship. Let me tell you a true story. So my mother, may she rest in peace. My mom, I was doing some work on my own house many years ago, and my mother comes home from church on Sunday. We're Catholic. And in the Catholic churches, I don't know about other worship places, there's a bulletin, and the bulletin has ad space that they sell to help pay for the bulletin. My mother comes home, she brings me the bulletin, and she knew I was looking for an electrician. So my mother, she said, Daryl, now here's an electrician. He's advertised in the Catholic bulletin, so you know he's a good person. There are people, God bless my mother, there are people that think like this. So, advertise in your place of worship, wherever you can, if they sell ad space and stuff like that. Parent clubs in the school system. I love children. Anything that can do to help kids is a great, awesome thing. Community events. Set up a booth at your community events if they're having any kind. Get involved, man. Get out there. Get out in the world, okay? Here, one of our power agents did a drive-in movie theater thing, Joanne. She had great success. These are pictures of this. She got a parking lot. She got approved by the town, by the Chamber of Commerce, got the parking lot, hired a company to do I'll show you how she did it. Hang on. I Googled this outdoor movie company. And there you go. Here's the company. You want a 16-foot or a 12-foot screen, $300. They'll take care of the speakers. They'll take care of the movie. They take care of everything. That's dirt cheap. You want to rent popcorn machines, cotton candy, And here's what happened. As people pulled in for the movie, Joanne stood at the entrance with all the cars, and they rolled down their window. She gave them a little kit of popcorn and candy and her business card and her marketing material. And then when everybody was in the spot, she stood, let me go back there. Where am I? She stood there in front of the screen with the mic, and it goes into people's FM radio channel or AM channel, FM, I'm not sure, whatever. Anyway, you listen to the mic through the car speakers, and she talked to them about thanks for coming, did a little commercial by herself, and she it's a brilliant thing. This is fun. Fun stuff. Okay. Backpack fundraiser. Some of these school systems need help. There's an organization called Operation Backpack. Get involved with that. You could do a fundraiser. The Goodies Factory, they sell fundraising kits. So let's say you got a class or a grade in the school system that needs to raise money for a school trip or something. You can help launch it. Get involved in the PTA. C's Candy, they also have a package that you can buy. They handle everything. You just collect the money and they ship out the product, and they handle the whole 9 yards. They give you marketing material too. Here's another company called Ann's Pretzels. Have you ever had them? Oh, they're delicious. I would do that as well. You could do that as well. Now, here's something I couldn't believe. I say this every time I teach this, and that's the trunk or treat. See, because anybody that knows me personally knows that I'm a pretty good father. I love my son very much, and growing up, I was very active in his life, and I joined sports, and I'm not into sports, but I wanted to be involved with him. So I'm surprised, as good of a father I thought I was, I didn't know about the trunk or treat thing. So you parents, you may know about this. I only learned about it during the pandemic. And for those of you, in case you're like me, that you didn't know, let me school you on this that I learned. Instead of people going door to door, you tell the neighbors you're going to sponsor trunk or treat. And you pick a parking lot, and everybody comes in the car to the parking lot, and they decorate their trunk. And it looks like this. I got a better picture. Look, like that. There you go. So now you've got all these cars decorating the trunks. Look at this. They created a path over here. Candyland. How fun is this? Where's it? This one, Hawaii theme. I love that. Oh, shout out to Hawaii folks. So you've got these trunks all decorated. Now what happens is the kids go from trunk to trunk and they get the candy. Now here's why this is brilliant. Because you're put this event together. You're having your farm meet in a parking lot. It's like shooting fish in a fish bowl because they get to meet all the neighbors. The neighbors get to meet each other. It's safe for the kids. They don't have to, the parents love it. They don't have to walk 10 miles for like $100 in candy. They can just shop right there in one park. It's a beer. Everybody loves you to do this. So what we did is we created this marketing kit on how to do the trunk or treat because I think this is a brilliant idea. And so power agents, look in your classroom for trunk or treat. You need to start planning it now because before you know it, you got to get volunteers. You got to get the space. Read the guide and start planning it now. I'm going to tell you, one of our power agents, you may know this guy. He's lab coat agents.
Tristan Amata.
Tristan Amata, right? Tristan Amata. He loves this, does it every year. And anyway, so we got that. Listen, let me check in with you guys. How are we doing on time? I got 10 minutes left. Are you guys learning anything? Do me a favor. Write in their subject, what is the favorite thing that you've learned so far? So I want to see it in the Q&A. What do you like? What have you learned so far that you like? And while I'm waiting for those to come in, and I see the hands, thank you, the hearts. Okay, very good. So if you like it, give me some love. But tell me what you like specifically as I go on to the next thing. Handwritten notes and greeting cards. Now, this is not utilized enough. We need to utilize these things more. Hang on a second. Let me get my glasses because now they're starting to come in. Some of the ideas are starting to come in. Lenny Caravaggio said, the trunk or treat. You love that, Lenny? Awesome. I'm telling you, it's one of my favorite. Gene, the best apps for buyers and sellers. It is so cool. It is a simple little flyer. It's a great value piece. Gene says, make it fun. Love that. Anthony, Power Agent Marketing Kit. Yes, Anthony, get that free. I'm loving all the community events examples. Love the smile stuffs. Love the trunk or treat. Slide broadcast, Meredith. Yes, it is the bomb. Edwin, the trunk or treat. Tom, trunk or treat. Community engagement from Linda Catalana. Very good. The Power Agent open house signs, Bethany. Listen, they're not cheap, but the life expand. Like you get them, you spend a little bit of money up front, but you'll have them now forever. And I'm telling you, you put them out on the streets, you'll bring people in. Okay, Julie, you can keep publishing these. I'm so glad. The slide broadcast, a lot of great stuff. Okay, let me go on. So let me tell you about Power Agents. We are launching. We're relaunching the Power Agent Success Magazine. We did one issue, and people just fell in love with it. And they've been telling us, Daryl, can you bring it back, bring it back? So we're bringing it back, and now we're bringing it back in a fierce way monthly, whereas we just did it one time. So this is going to be our monthly magazine starting in September. Our first issue is going to be Jennifer Hiller. And in the bottom there, the other two Power Agents are Super Power Agents of the Month. We do that every month. The reason why we're spotlighting Jennifer this month is because one of the things she did is she took some of the mailing letters that we wrote for Power Agents, sent out this one, basically landed in an investor who's liquidating all the properties, 22 listings she got from this one letter. And so, letters and handwritten cards need to be utilized more, okay? Let's go to number 8. Number 8 is client testimonials. Now, I'm not going to play this video because I'm running out of time. Walter Florian is a power agent. He recorded a testimonial. I mean, you'll see him. He's moving now, and you may not be able to hear it. But let me tell you what I really want to teach. We use this software called Video Ask. Video Ask. And this is the screenshot of the dashboard. So you'll see Walter there. And then on the left, you'll see other testimonials from other power agents. And this is another shot of the site, Video Ask. Get personal with video. And there's some other companies out there. We like Video Ask because here's what you can do with Video Ask is you can actually record a video to a client saying, hey, listen, do you mind giving me a testimonial? That's why I'm sending you this. And then all they have to do is click on that video. It's all interactive. They don't have to download anything. Like as they're watching the video from you, they can just press a button within the video, which will then launch their camera, and it warns them, right? It says, all right, get ready and press this button when you're ready. And on their phone, they can record a testimonial, which goes, they don't have to send it to you. They're recording it right into your account. So here's my point. It makes it so easy to get testimonials from past clients. So what you can do with Video Ask is you can show these on listing appointments, a series of your testimonials. You can send them as a follow-up after a listing appointment. You can send it prior to meeting new buyers so you can create credibility of yourself. You can send to referred sellers before an appointment. So if somebody referred a listing to you and you're going, you can send them some of these testimonials. You can send it to a FSBO or expired. So there's a lot of uses for that. I'm going to speed up, gang, because I got to make sure I want to cover all 11. 9 is the home buyer and seller guides. Now, this is specifically for our power agents. If you're a guest, if you become a power agent, you'll have access to this. But if you don't want to become a power agent, think of some other guide that you can use for buyers and for sellers. Cassie Adams, she said, Daryl, you're wonderful. Thank you for that. These guides are amazing. And just let me show you the buyer's guide. I've seen other guides that are out there, and I know ours is the best because I've read them, and I made sure that ours was better than theirs. I got theirs and said, oh, this is a good idea. We're going to copy this idea and just make it better. So we copied the idea and we made it better. And here's why it's better, because like when it comes to the buyers, there's a table of contents. It's actually a book, and it explains to the buyer from A to Z buying a house, A to Z, and how to get prepared for it. Then, because of the success of that, we actually created one for sellers, and it's called the Seller's Guide. And the same thing, it goes through what it takes to sell a house, but at the same time, it's validating the power agent. It's validating the agent itself. And what's really good about these guides is you can use it in so many different ways. Here's an example. You can actually, for very inexpensive, less than $100, you can create a lead capture page that people go requesting this guide. If you're selling your house, you need to get this guide. It's free. They fill out this form, and now you just got a seller lead. You can actually add a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad saying, hey, do you want this guide? Go to this page and get this guide. You can actually create a postcard and send the postcard out saying, hey, if you're interested or thinking about something, you should get this guide. So there are a tremendous amount of uses for these guides. Now, by the way, power agents, all of those postcards and all those things that I just showed you, we've designed it for you. So all you got to do is edit it with your contact information, your website. So that's all inclusive for the power agents. Number 10, collaborate with your local businesses. So one of our case study power agent, Charles Mayon, he says, since taking Daryl's program in 2004, my production has increased every year, making me one of the top agents in the market. My average income is over $300,000 a year. Daryl's training is a must, and it'll help you. So that's, by the way, that's his income. So that's after Douglas Elliman takes their percentage. So that's a pretty good income, and he's killing it. And he works with, Charles, works with the local vendors. Let me give you an example. This is a gift certificate. That's right. It's right there. It's a gift certificate specifically, though. We have a postcard version of it. That's why I was struggling there. So there's a certificate that you could send to a client. Let's say it's their birthday, and you say, "Here's a certificate for this bakery to get a free birthday cake on me." How cool is that? Now, by the way, I'll tell you how to not pay for that. You tell the bakery, listen, I'm looking for a bakery to be my partner. I want to promote the bakery. Here's how we'll promote it. Anytime I have a customer that it's their birthday, I want to give them a certificate for a free cake. You honor the free cake certificate. And why would you do that? Well, because I'm going to be promoting you exclusively, no other baker. So it'll be, now, if somebody walks into your bakery, they're going to want to buy other things. So you're still going to make revenue. It's a good way to promote your, anyway, any good business owner would do this. We created also a temporary a certificate that you can plug in for anything. So it doesn't have to be just a bakery. So work with your local vendors, local businesses in the community that you're working. Number 11 is Facebook groups. Now, I'm not going to teach. I could spend a whole hour just talking about this. So I'm gonna give a punchline on this, and that is Tracy Palmero is one of our power agents, and she went from 0 to 6 figures in her first full year real estate. So she got it. I think she had about 6 months in real estate. Then that next full year, she made $100,000. She now makes over $500,000 a year. So she is a powerhouse. I'm going to tell you how she did it. And we interviewed her because it was so awesome. What she did, ladies and gentlemen, is she took 7 communities, like 7 farm areas that she wanted to make her areas. Okay. And then what she did is created 7 Facebook community groups for those 7 communities. Then she started promoting those community groups. Now, because they were her group, there was no realtors in it except for her. She kept driving and building and building and building, and people joined the group, joined the group, joined the group. And now those 7 groups, they help each other, support each other. But this is her way to communicate with her 7 farm areas. It's like digital farming, and it costs nothing, because it's digital. So that's now power agents. If you want to learn, you make sure you watch the interview we did. She goes through the whole, it's a 90-minute interview. She goes through the whole thing. She actually shares, I think we have downloadable forms that she shared with us as well. All right, here's the last thing. And then it's actually not the last thing. I got a little something extra for you, but the QR codes. The QR codes are simple to do. Remember Jennifer Hiller, her car wrap there? If you look real closely on her gas tank, she's got a QR code there. Tracy Palmero, this is her yard signs. Look at the 3. Like, I love how she does the yard signs. Like, she doesn't just do one for the house for sale. She does another sign. Who's selling this house? She puts these 3 yard signs. I think that's brilliant. Stop putting 1 yard sign. Put several yard signs on your properties. And she's got the QR code there too. And when and here's what you do. You should scan her QR code, power agents, when you get a copy of the slides, and look at where it brings you and model Tracy. She knows what she's doing. Here that we use QR code generator, QR-code-generator. And so that's the one that our company uses. Vistaprint has a way of doing it. This other company, Flowcode, is the other one. So those are the 12 ideas that I wanted to share with you. And now here's what I'm going to tell you. We're going to open up to questions. We're going to open up to questions for everybody. So what I want you to do is write in there if you have any questions. But what I'm going to do right now is I want to talk to, I don't care what the questions are, but I want to talk to the guests for a second about, so give me like 3 minutes to talk about the Power Agent program for the guests, and then we're going to go to coaching questions. Your coaching question could be about today's topic. It could be about the program. It doesn't matter. But write your question. Julie's going to ask it for you. But give me 3 minutes to answer this one question for the guests. So how is this program different from something else? I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of coaching programs out there. They're not, most of them are not good. There's some really good ones. And I think we all know the good ones and the not good ones. How this is different from the good ones. This is not a quick fix, shiny penny buying leads program. So this is about building your skill and your ability. This is a coaching program where you learn what to say, when to say, and how to say it. Now, we didn't get into the listing and selling today. Today was lead generation conversation. But where we really focus on with our students especially in this tough market, is how to be skilled at doing a listing appointment, how to be skilled at prospecting using the telephone, how to negotiate your offers and get it accepted. And as a bonus, we have marketing. As a bonus, we have marketing tools, over 700 pieces. Now, once again, guest, we're going to send you all of this today for just the $5 incentive that we're having. One of our power agents, Rob Sudwick, said $5 is worth just for the webinar itself today. Thanks, Rob, for saying that. I have 30 years as a realtor, and one idea from Daryl is worth 10 grand. Thanks. That's really nice. So thank you for that, Rob. One of the things that we also do, guest, is we do Monday coaching calls. Monday coaching calls is power agents, give me a clap or make a comment about what do you think about the coaching calls on Monday, because that's where I can talk to you live. This is where it's not like a webinar. You can actually take yourself off mute. You can ask me a question, and then I coach you on your specific question. Now, power agents, something that we added recently for you is we transcribe the calls now. And there's a software, a plugin that we added to the system where you can actually search the transcript. So, for example, if let's say you want to search the last coaching call for something about FSBOs or something about marketing, like you can type in the word marketing. You'll see in the sample that I'm showing up on the screen, it says marketing. It says 8 occurrence. So there's 8 times during that coaching call that I use the word marketing. So you can search your own name, because the technology we use for these coaching calls, it knows the name of each power agent. So let's say you came on the call and your name's Mary and you ask a question and you want to find my answer to your question, just type in your name, Mary. Or if you can't be on the call, but you email your question in advance, I'll read out your name. I'll read your question. I'll answer it. Same thing. Go search your name. So you don't even have to be on the darn coaching call and I can still coach you. Erica said the Monday coaching calls are priceless. Also, we have brainstorming sessions that we do every other month with our power agents. It's like a show and tell. And the power agents, they share, here's what I'm doing in my business, this is what I love. And then we create a guide from it. Me personally, this is one of my favorite parts of the program, because the ideas that come from the power agent, a lot of them are better than some of my ideas. And it's just incredible. Power agents get a copy of the slides of all the webinars that we do. So like today's training, they'll have a copy of everything. So anything that they missed or couldn't see, or they want to get a list of all the other businesses to network with, they have access to it. That's one of the benefits of being a power agent as well. We have a classroom. When you go to the classroom, everything is broken up into categories like buyers, listing appointment, time management, attitude adjustment. So let's say you needed something on farming or self-promotion. You click on that tab, and then it brings you to this page that has all of these editable marketing things. Another tool feature is we use similar searches, Google. So if you type in the word, let's say FSBO, it searches the entire classroom for anything FSBO related, whether it's the dialogue, whether it was a training, whether it's a checklist. Let me ask the guests this question. If this program, being a power agent, could generate just one sale every month that you wouldn't have had without the program, what would that be worth? Well, if one commission was worth, let's say $5,000, it certainly would be worth $397 to get back 5, right? We don't charge $397. We don't charge $297. I already showed you what we actually charge. It's only $47 a month. I showed you that directory was $47 a month. No, that's $47 for the entire program. The directory is just one of the pieces. There's no additional cost to the program. So for $47, you can, for $5 today, but you can cancel anytime. You have complete access to the program. You get today's slides, the recordings, bonuses today. So just to recap, and then we're going to go to these questions. I just want to put it in its perspective, and then we're going to the questions. What we're inviting you to do as a guest, if you want to check out what it means to be a power agent for $5 for 30 days, you're going to get a copy of today's recording with a copy of the slides. You're going to get 4 weekly live coaching calls with me. You're going to get 4 power agent webinars with handouts. You'll get listed in the national directory for referrals. You'll have access to all this marketing and checklists and flyers. You'll have access to my team to help you. And that's all for just the $5. So you really can't go wrong. And you'll have complete access to the program. So with that said, Julie, what are the questions that we have? And let's rock and roll.
Awesome. Well, you just talked about the mastermind. Carol says, I appreciate the mastermind coaching sessions, the plethora of material available for agents, the resources to engage with our clients. I use weekly calendar to remain on schedule. I use the farm letters, the Smile Stop Ideas newsletters, and I had so much engagement from public sharing Power Agent video. This is a one-stop shop. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Carol, for that testimony. We appreciate it.
That's awesome.
Listen, any Power Agent, if you want to just put, if you want to pay it forward and make a difference in somebody's life, if it's helped you at all, and you want to, give it back to the universe, please write a comment like she just did and tell the guest, should they sign up or not? We'd appreciate that. While you're doing that, I'm going to coach you on other questions. So what else you got, Julie?
Vanessa has the same as a lot of people. How do we get a copy of this presentation and the slides?
Yeah. So how you're going to get a copy of the slides is if you're asking that, I'm assuming because you're not a Power Agent. So how you get a copy of the slides in your case, if you're not a Power Agent, is to become a Power Agent for $5. So $5 you'll get, but you get not just the slides, you'll get the recording, you'll get so much. And the reason why we do that is because, wait a second, I'm going to talk to you heart to heart right now. The reason why we do that is if somebody doesn't see that it's worth $5, then they're not going to use it. It's not going to help them. So it's a way to weed out agents who really are committed to their business. $5 is such a low ask, and we find it's a good way to weed out serious agents who are really committed to their business versus the ones that aren't. So now, with that said, or they didn't like us. If they didn't like us, they didn't see the value, then you shouldn't sign up. And who cares about the slides anyway, because you didn't like it, it wasn't valuable. So there's that too. But yeah, let me see. So, but if you're a Power Agent, here's where you would find it. I just realized I'm actually logged in under April's name. That probably doesn't mean anything. But if you go to, Julie, where should I send them to? Webinars?
I think webinars on demand is the best place. They can get the slides.
When you go to Webinars on Demand, you're going to see at the very top, you're going to see this. Click here for replay and slides from the most recent webinar. So when you click on that, it'll bring you to a copy of today's slides. But you'll also see the other sessions that we've done. This is the one we did last. Let me tell you, Power Agents, if you did not see last week's session, it was new material, mostly new material on how to deal with explaining to the homeowner how there is, when they ask you for a price, they have to understand there's the realtor price and then there's the FSBO price, and they're two different prices. And the FSBO price is always going to be at least 10 to 20% less than the realtor price. That webinar is a game changer. And there I show you statistics, proof, stuff from realtor.com, from USA Today. That's the bomb. You have to make sure that you watch that webinar. You're going to get so much strong. Power Agents, that one webinar is not worth $5, not worth $47. That one is worth at least one commission to you, whatever that is, because you're going to get a full commission that you wouldn't have had because of that. You're going to be a master of presenting price after watching that. So make sure you do it. All right. So
Julie, we're going to do a part 2 of that coming up, right?
Yeah. What happened is I spent so much great time on this. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it, but we're going to do a part 2 to that because it was so good. Next question, Julie.
I love it. Hey, well, the testimonials are pouring in. Daryl, and all he offers is the only coaching program and anything else you need for real estate. I promise you, says Linda Marin.
All right. Now, do me a favor, Jules. Let's do something different than what we normally do, which is we do read the Power Agents testimonial. But today, let's do something different. Let's just publish them. So Power Agents, keep writing them, just publish them, and let's just get to the coaching questions that people have. Now, the questions that you have may be about the program, about being a Power Agent. That's fine. Or about today's topic or how to improve your business. I don't care. I'm here to answer anything that you got. So what's the next question, Julie?
Colleen says, I have a couple of homes that are getting viewed, but no offers. I'm not sure what to do. Getting listings is not a problem. Finding buyers that stay through to the contract is what's difficult.
Okay, so I got the first part, which is she's not getting offers. What was that second part? Was that related?
Getting listings is not a problem, but finding buyers that stay committed to the contract. is Colleen's struggle.
Yeah. So Colleen, that second question, I would need to get more information from you like that, because you have two questions going there. The first question about you're getting buyers looking at the property, but you're not getting offers. Listen, I hate to simplify it, but listen, in this market, in any part of the country, in some parts of the country, the market is changing a little bit. But the bottom line is, if you're getting people in, but they're not writing offers or making offers, it's the price. That's what it is. Why would you be getting people previewing? Well, for a couple of reasons. Number one is some of those agents may have another property that's similar in price, but it's a better house. So they're using your house as a bounce house. That's number one. Number two is, if your inventory is low, well, why not look at it? Because there's nothing else. I might as well look at it. So you're not getting good qualified buyers for that price. Here's what happens. If a house is overpriced, here's the analogy. If, let's say, you have a Rolls Royce, beautiful car, Rolls Royce, any of the Rolls Royce are beautiful. But let's say you take one that's $250,000, and let's say you take a Cadillac, Cadillac car, and you ask the same price, $250,000. Are you going to sell a Cadillac? Hell no. Here's what will happen. If you look at that Cadillac car at 250, and then you look at a Rolls Royce at 250, what's going to happen is you just help me decide that I'm going to buy the Rolls Royce. And so you get a lot of lookers, but that are in the $250,000 price range. But what they're going to do is go buy the real $250,000 house. So you've got it overpriced. That's the answer. Now, how do you show the homeowner it's overpriced? Real quick. Go on realtor.com and show them what their competition is. Say, this is what the buyers are looking at. And type in, if let's say 500 to 550. And say, this is what buyers are looking at. One of the mistakes we make when we do CMAs is we only talk to the homeowner about what sold, in some cases what expired or what was taken off the market. But listen, what's sold is a starting point. The real way to price a property is what's currently for sale, because that's your competition. When the car industry was low on inventory, prices were going up. That wasn't based on what sold. It was based on what was available. So you've got to look at what buyers are currently looking at to really influence what the price should be of the house. Not what's sold. That's old news. You can't buy those. They're not available. All right, next question, Julie.
Yes. Most states prohibit the paying of referral fees to unlicensed people. Federal law prohibits this. So is a finder's fee legal? You talked about that early on.
Yeah, Craig, you're confusing the law there. So you can pay a non-licensed person a referral fee. You can pay a landscaper to give you, if they give you a phone number, you pay them $50. You can pay the newspaper kid $10 for every FSBO sign he gives you. So you absolutely can pay referral fees. You can give money to, what you're thinking about is RESPA laws that's related to the mortgage industry and the licensing and title companies and disclosure to buyers of who's getting paid what. Those are licensed, those are industries that are managed by licensed law and RESPA laws. Civilians don't fall under those laws because they're civilians. They don't have a license. This is not a licensed professional dealing with another licensed professional. That's where you're confusing the issue. Next question.
Awesome. Thank you. Anita says, is there a class on how to create a lead capture page? I'm not techie at all, and I need a how-to on doing these kinds of things.
Yes. Let me show you. Let me move this out of the screen. Let me show you where that is. If you go to Classroom, and then you go to tech tools and training. So listen, we're not a tech company. We don't teach tech, but we do have some tech classes. And our tech classes are very basic for power agents that need the basic stuff. So if I go to, okay, let me show you some of them. I'll get to your answer in a second. Tech video trainings on how to set up your Facebook frame for your power agent thing. Solar panels. This was a great training on solar panels and how to deal with them. How to reduce a file size when you're sending an attachment. A lot of agents don't know how to do that. That's a really powerful one. But let me get to your specific question about how to use Canva, how to use RPR, which is one of the ones we love, how to use Box Brownie. how to use Zoom, how to use PowerPoint. So we have a lot, and they're very basic for the agents that are really stuck, that are not tech savvy. Landing page setup. So how to set up a landing page. We record and go through the whole process on how you can create that lead capture page. So there you go. Next question, Julie.
We also have training on Thursdays, every Thursday morning at 11, where we go through the classroom basics. That's a live Zoom call. You can ask any questions you might have. So that really helps a lot of agents with the tech aspect of the program as well.
So we have a calendar here. When you click on that calendar, you can subscribe to the calendar. When you subscribe to it, it populates whatever calendar platform you use to keep track of your schedule. And so, like, for example, today, here is today's webinar training and how to register and get it. Here is the coaching calls. When you click on that, you'll get the code on how to call into the call. Thursday is the one that Julie was just talking about. And Tuesdays, we usually have training sessions at least once a month on Tuesday. We haven't put our September schedule up, but there's also brainstorming or something like that. Next question, Julie.
Perfect. Hector says, are the coaching calls and webinars always recorded in the event we aren't able to attend?
Always. So let me go to, let me just open up another tab. And first of all, the coaching calls. If you go to the coaching calls, you can email your question in advance. If you click on that, which I highly recommend that you do, here is all the coaching calls that you can listen to later. And there is the transcript. There now you can download this audio or listen to it on your phone, listen to it while you're driving. As I said, if let's say Julie was the person who was asking a question, or you emailed your question in advance, your name is Julie. If I type, search for Julie, there's Julie Escobar, all the highlights. It says the name Julie was used 81 times, which means Julie, you talk way too much during the coaching calls. I'm just kidding. And so there you have it. So, and you'll see there's Julie's name. And if I were to scroll more on this, I would find other power agents' names when they're asking me questions. And so you can search your own name as well.
But that's fun that you bring that up, because that's a good reminder to our power agents to make sure when you log in for the coaching call that you change your phone number to your name so that you can search your name.
Yeah, see, here's an example. So Rika was one of the power agents that asked the question, right? It says Rika, then this is what she said. So when you guys call in, you have to make sure that your name, you set up your name. It's really easy to do. We use Zoom to do it. And anyway, so we can talk more about that. Next question, Julie.
I love it. What time are the coaching calls?
11 o'clock Eastern time, and they go for, you'll see this one here was 2 hours and 38 minutes. So they're not an hour long, the Monday coaching calls. So here's the object of the coaching calls. I sit here like this, and I just answer question after question until everybody's questions are answered. So, one time it was an hour, but most of the time they're like 2.5 hours, 2 to 3 hours is the time. So, and it's like try to confuse Darrow. No, what's the stump Darrow? Try to stump Darrow.
Stump the coach, right?
Stump the coach. And it's a lot of fun for me because it makes me better. I don't know if any coach does the amount of coaching that I do every week. God bless him. But I'll tell you this, the fact that I'm coaching at least 2 hours every week, answering this problem, and answering any of these questions, it makes me a stronger coach. So I appreciate it. I learn a lot from them. All right, next question, Julie.
So Helen says, can I really talk to you personally on Monday?
Yeah, you really can. Yes. Yeah, you take yourself off mute. We have some power agents that, listen, it's a valid question. We get on average between the Facebook feed and the other places that we get about, and the number of power agents actually on the Zoom meeting itself, I'd say we get at least 400 people on those calls. And, it's a lot of people. But the interesting thing, a lot of them are voyeurs. They don't talk. And so we have like Rachel. Rachel's one. We have thousands of power agents. I know Rachel. You want to know why I know Rachel? Because she's on every Monday. She's asking a question. So no problem. So for $47 a month, this Rachel is getting personal coaching from me every freaking Monday because she uses it. So I'm here.
Exactly. And that includes role playing. I mean, it's not just here's my question, you answer it. It is we role play. We've had many opportunities where an agent will call in and go, I've made 100 calls. I didn't get one listing appointment. So you role play with them, right? And
right, like how to
call it. It's a bingo bango.
Right,
Here's
like
the problem.
it's like if you want, like how to call a FISBO. Hi, I'm calling about the house for sale. It's still available. Hi, this is Daryl Davis, Power Realty. How are you? The reason we work with brokers to sell your property, so you are trying to do it on your own. I'm just curious. You want to sell the broker tree? Let me ask you this: where you move to buy there when you need to buy? Let me ask you this: if I had buyers willing to pay your price, pay one commission, can work together. Is possible in case you do that, but first I need to see the house. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Why don't I do this? I don't mind. Want to come over at 6 would 7 be better? Ta-da! So I can do this all day, and we role play. So now. That's the foundation to calling a FISBO. And we have the dialogue for calling the expired, for invite to the open house. So then a power agent, they say, Daryl, can you role play with me? I called a homeowner. They hung up me. They were really nasty. I said, all right, you be that homeowner. Let me call you. Let's record it and let's see how I'll answer it. So anyway, that's the next question.
I love it. Are the coaching? Oh, I answered that one. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Carol says, remember the Saturday reminder as well, which is useful. So we do emails quite often, like 4 times a week.
Yep.
Daryl, Linda says, a broker said she doesn't think an agent should call people because they're bothered enough with other calls. What are your thoughts? Goodness.
Linda, that's an opinion. And I disagree with it. And if there's any place that people get bothered and they'll let you know is New Yorkers. And listen, I call FISBOs from New York and sometimes, they'll hang up and then I'll call them back and I'll say, I'm sorry, we got disconnected. And, but Linda, Linda, let me answer you several ways. Your broker has an opinion, and for her, I'm sure that opinion is her reality. Now, you decide if you want to make that your reality. So, I'll also say this: prospecting in real estate is like a power agent. You've heard me say this a million times. The prospecting is like a diet. Which is the best way to prospect? You got keto and you've got Weight Watchers and what else is out there? Noom, and now there's the Golo. So you got, which is the best diet plan? It's the one that you're going to use and you're comfortable with. One of the things we have, let me show you something here, Linda. I'm going to go here and I'm going to type in 100. Now, here is the 100 best ideas on how to generate listing appointments. Calling FISBOs, expireds, hosting an open house, pre-foreclosures. But there's 100. Which is the best one out of those 100, Linda? It's the one that you're going to do. Me personally, Linda, I love the telephone. I love the telephone because I can touch hundreds and hundreds of people in the time that in door knocking, it would take me like maybe I'd get a dozen versus 100. It's more effective. It's quicker. But it also takes a special somebody to have the skill to talk on the phone. So Linda, some power agents they hate the phone. I'll show you. This is how some power agents feel about the phone. I'm going to show you because I have a slide for this. And because I had a bonus set of slides I didn't get to today because we reached the time. Do you see that, Linda? That's how some people feel about calling the telephone. I'd rather put Tabasco in my eyeball. So Linda, your broker may feel that way. You may feel that way, Linda. So then find one of the other 99 ways to prospect. Maybe it's door knocking. Maybe it's mailings. Maybe it's any of the other things that I taught today. So anyway, my opinion, Linda, is I disagree with your broker. Okay, next question, Julie.
Well, and what you teach, Daryl, is different. You're not calling people to bother people, right? We teach to serve. You're not calling people to see if you can take a listing. We're not calling people to see if you can, close a transaction. You're calling people to see how you can help them, and that's an entirely different conversation. And let me say it my way, Jules. Is that
the way that we teach on how to, this is how we tell people to call. Don't call committed to getting the appointment. Call with a commitment to build a relationship with another human being. So we have a different philosophy. It's not so. I'm not going to say any of their names, the other trainers, because I don't want to talk bad about any of them. But some of the biggest names in our industry never even, I mean, biggest in the industry, never even listed and sold before. They never called a FISBO themselves. But they teach dialogue that some would perceive as very hard sales, very hard sales. And yeah, if you call me with a hard sale trying to close me, I'd hang up on you and I would report you as spam. But we don't teach power agents, Linda, to call like that. You know, our philosophy is that a seller is committed to selling because they have a next level in their life. You know, our motto is power agents help buyers and sellers get to their next level in life. That's what a power agent is. It's about helping serve people, not sell them, coach them, not close them. We want to help people. And that's our philosophy. So it's a different type of call as well. So, you know, your broker may be thinking of some of those other hard sell trainers. And I agree with that. I don't ever want a power agent calling like that, because that's sleazy. That's yucky. All right, next question, Julie.
We don't want to technique people. We just want to help people. Carol says, yes, build a relationship, offer something as perceived value, contribution, and that can help. That's right, Carol, for sure. Daryl, how do I find the trunk or treat in the classroom? Because that's exciting.
The trunk or treat, just go like this. I keep minimizing. You guys can't see my screen. Okay. By the way, Julie, that is the town that my family is from in Italy.
Nice.
That's why.
What's it called?
You have to ask April because it has too many syllables.
Oh, okay.
I keep forgetting how to say it. It's very good. All right. So where do I go over here?
Go to class.
I'm Italian, but I don't speak Italian. I'm half Irish. So I have an Irish tongue.
Search is your favorite friend. It needs to be your favorite friend.
So trunk. I type in trunk. There is the e-guide, Trunk or Treat for Halloween. There's a coaching call where I probably talked about the trunk or treat. How to use upcoming holidays to generate more business. So there's something in there. There's the party planning guide.
Oh, we didn't talk about that today.
What we did with the trunk or treat, because it was such a successful idea, is we created a parking lot party planning guide. So if any event, let's say Easter egg hunt or any holiday, you could create an event in a parking lot. We give you all the marketing ideas and checklists and how to get volunteers and how to create a website. So that's what we did there. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Just so you all know, the Power Agent program, you probably can't even get through it in a lifetime. It's like New York City. How many could you eat at every food establishment in New York City? Not in a lifetime. There's that many. The program is set up to give you so much content, and you go find and use what works for you. There's so much great resource here, and it's only $47 a month, and you don't have to commit to a long-term contract. Next question, Julie.
And it makes your life a little more fun. DeLuise asks, after 30-day trial, month to month, can you cancel anytime?
Yes, you can cancel. You can cancel anytime. So it's not just during the $5, like after the $5 trial. So if you sign up today, you can cancel tomorrow. If you sign up today, you can cancel in day 32. Like, you can cancel any day. We don't lock you. It's $47. I mean, we're not some of these businesses, they'll say it's $1,000 a month, and they know at $1,000 a month it's going to be hard to keep you committed. So they need you to sign up for a year or for 6 months or something to stay committed, because otherwise you will quit. But our retention rate is extremely high because we priced it to be ridiculous to not have it as part of your arsenal as a realtor. Next question.
We earn your business every month.
Next question, Julie.
Rob says, how do you get zoned in and committed to cold calling? I've tried it. Most people don't answer the phone. A few are wrong numbers. The ones that do are a little standoffish. It's just not fun for me. So how do you make it a habit?
Yeah. So, Rob, there's a couple of things. First of all, there are going to be hangups. There are going to be people that don't get home. You have to have, Rob, a commitment to something that's bigger than what you just wrote, all that negative stuff, which, by the way, it's not negative like you're bad, Rob. No, it's real negative stuff that we all have. Me as well. There's certain parts of my business that I have negativity about, honestly. People ask me, how do I do what I do? How the hell do I sit on a coaching call every Monday for 2 to 3 hours? Because when I think about that, Rob, that's not the funnest part of my life. That's a lot. It's draining. It's draining to sit there for 2, 3 hours to be a problem solver for people. But you know where I get the energy from, or why I do it, and why I enjoy it, and how I get past the I don't want to, I don't feel like it, is my commitment to helping an agent design a life and career worth smiling about. Like for me, it's the reward that I get of helping another human being. That's who I am. My whole team is like that. My team works on the weekend. We don't have hours. People don't check in. People just, they do what they do when they do it, because I probably get more work out of my people because we don't have a punch clock. Why? Because their commitment is helping power agents. They go to bed thinking about power agents. They wake up committed to power agents. That's who we are. Now, listen, if this is sounding like I'm promoting or advertising my company or my people, I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm teaching you from my experience of my company and me. How you get past the I don't want to and the negativity is you've got to have a commitment to something that's bigger than the negativity. So why are you making the calls, Rob? Why are you doing this? What is it? Who's that guy that wrote that book? What's your why? So you got to have your why, and that's got to be your passion. And I'll tell you, your why shouldn't be a selfish why. It should be something that's outside of your wants, right? Other people. So for power agents, it's about helping sellers. I believe sellers, FSBOs especially, are uninformed and uneducated about the process and what it's costing them by being a FSBO. So for me, I'm trying to help people not lose thousands of dollars, because I know being a FSBO, it actually costs them money. They don't save money. They don't know this, and they need to understand this, not on the telephone, in person. So right now, I just want to call them and see how I can help them get in the. So it's not about me getting an appointment. It's about me trying to build a relationship and get over there. So Rob, I don't know if I helped you. If you're a power agent, I hope that you'll be on the coaching call Monday, because then if I can hear some of your responses with the coaching I'm giving you, I can tailor it a little bit better. Because right now I'm talking very, in a wide range, trying to hopefully touch you and help you. But anyway, be on the coach call Monday and ask me this question again. Hector Martinez, for new agents, do you have any basics like how to use the DocuSign or contracts? Hector, great question. So here's what I can tell you, Hector. We do not help new agents on the technical aspect of real estate, like how to use DocuSign, how to write contracts, because, Hector, every state has different laws, different contracts, different processes. So we don't get into that part, Hector. What we do, though, and I'll show you this, is we have a starter guy, Hector, and we're going to email you that when you sign up today. So let me see if I can find it for you. No. Let me do it this way. So, Hector, we have an actual tab called New Agents, because we love new agents, Hector. So we dedicated a section just for them. And here's a business plan. Here's a social media ideas, another business plan, a lot of boards and checklists. But the one thing I want to show you is the 12 best ideas to generate listings now. But there's a starter kit. Let me find that starter kit. Here it is. E-Guide, New Agent Success Starter Kit. Hector, this is really great. This guide will bring you step by step as new agent. First do this, then do this, then do that. That's number one. Number two, Hector, when you sign up as a power agent, I want you to go to this onboarding. The onboarding is basically something that Julie created for power agents. And that brings you through how to maximize what it means to be a power agent. So if I go to the first module, now you see these all grayed out because I haven't done them. So as you do the modules, you get accomplishment, you get rewarded. This is foundation one. It tells you download your calendar for your time management, update your directory. And as you accomplish those things, you check them off and then you earn points. And if I click on go to, upgrade or update my profile in my directory, it brings me to the Power Agent directory. And then if I click on update my directory at the top there's where I can upload my photo. This is where I can write my credentials. I can opt out of the directory if I want. I can fill in my Instagram, my social media, my bio, etc. Let me show you a good directory. Aaron Gray, he did a great job filling out his directory. Here's the areas that he serves. He's getting referrals, the awards that he's gotten. He speaks 2 languages, English and real estate. There's his bio and his LinkedIn and blah, blah, blah. So that's a good profile. That's what you want to see, Hector. Anyway, so as I was saying, Hector, go 2 things. Find the starter kit and go to the new agent tab here. And the next thing is go to the onboarding. Those 2 tabs is where you should start, Hector. By the way, all new Power Agents, you're going to get emails. You're going to get phone calls from me to hold your hand through the process because we want you to win and succeed with us. We don't want you to just do the trial for $5. We want you to be a Power Agent for life. And we know how to do that, and that's to win your, not just your head, but win your heart. And I think my team's really good at that. All right, Julie, next question.
And Hector, stick close to the community, our closed Facebook community, because they, they're so good about just loving up on new members. And
Julie, let me get this. I want to get through these questions here, if we can, please, darling. So Hector, thank you. Hector just signed up. Congratulations. All right, what else we got? Next question, Julie.
Renee said, are there any fees associated with your other fees associated with your coaching program? I pay for certain presentation materials, another tier of coaching, etc.
Great question, Renee. There are not. Everything that you see is all included. Now, there is a couple of separate fees, but they're optional. One is the CRM. So our Power Builder, where we've got this, where it says CRM there, that's optional. Here's why. Because some Power Agents that join us, Renee, have a CRM already. Like they have, Julie, what are the names of some of those other CRMs? Top Producer. What's the other
Wise Agent.
Wise Agent. Whatever. Okay. So because
Lionsgate.
What is it?
Is it Lionsgate?
Lionsgate or Lion something? Okay, it doesn't matter. So Renee, so the reason why we have that as a separate add-on is for Power Agents that don't have a CRM. We have one that we built. It's customized. I'd like to think ours is better than some of those other ones. So anyway, so there's that. And how much is that? Is $49 a month if you need the CRM. But it's not essential to the value of the program. The other one is some of these other vendors that we promote, like that Sly Broadcast. That's a separate vendor. So that's why you pay separate for that. RedX is a separate vendor. But as far as all the training, everything you've seen, all my slides, nope, there's no extra payment. That's it, Renee. Next question, Julie.
But if you could click on vendors just for a moment, that is where you'll find all your discount codes and links to your discount codes. So there's thousands of dollars of discounts just in that one tab.
So as Julie just pointed out, these are vendors that we negotiated deals for you. And most of the time, these deals, if anybody's looking to invest in real estate prop stream, that's what I use. So we called them and we cut a deal for you guys on that. Cold Directory just listed is awesome for social media posting, separate from the other one that we talked about. Okay. Anyway, you can check those out. Curbio, we love Curbio. Next question.
How do I sign up?
Just click on that floating thing or it might be at the top of your window. You see where it says special offer? It's blue. Just click on that. It'll bring you to the page. And we're going to end this webinar in just a minute. So make sure that you click on it because this is going to go away this screen. Next question.
Linda says, Hector, let us know where you're from. Join the Power Agent. Get into the classroom so they can mentor you. That's very nice, Linda. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Listen, any new Power Agent, like Julie was saying earlier about the community that we have, when you join, The power agents that I'll be honest with you. So power agents, I got to tell you something. I think the reason why my team works so hard for you all is because you all are just, you're just beautiful people. You're not nasty. You're not demanding. You're not like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, because I pay you, you owe me.
Entitled is the word.
Entitled is the word. Yes. So, usually, we get a couple entitled people and they usually wind up dropping from the program. We attract just a particular type of agent, and that is an agent that's driven by serving, not driven by production. Now, there's companies and coaches out there that are about the production. And that's cool. And people get rewarded by that, making 100, 2,000. We have power agents making 400 or 500,000, but that's not what drives them. What drives them is the human being connection to serving people. And that's what a power agent is. So anyway, any new people, you're going to be in a great place with the care that you're going to get from fellow power agents. Sarah just said, I just signed up. Thank you. All right. Very good. Sarah, congratulations. Yay. All right. Any other questions?
Says, pleasure to listen to your presentation. You make real estate seem like fun. So great content and resources. Thank you, Dorothea.
All right. Thank you. All right. Listen.
It. You covered it all.
All right, gang. Well, listen, I'm going to let you go. I just want to remind you all. Let me just go to this slide.
Tabasco in the eye.
Yeah. Is just to get to that slide for you guys. I want to remind you right here. This is what it's about. So we are going to. Kat just said you are appreciated. You give more than is expected, Kat. Thank you so much. We really do try. We really do try. And, we know, I mean, for what here's how we work is we know every one of you that's in this call, you have a family that's counting on you. And so if we can help you get better at what you do, we're helping your family. And that's a turn on for us as well. We want to serve people to have a life worth smiling about. So with that said, as a guest, just as a reminder, everything that you see on that screen, that's what you're going to get for the $5. So you don't have to worry about the 47 right now. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the commitment and all that stuff. Listen, just $5. Is it worth $5 to get a copy of today's recording, a copy of the slides, 4 more coaching webinars, 4 more coaching, not 4 more, but 4 coaching calls with me, to have access to the program for $5 for a whole month? Is it worth it? I think it is. So that's all you have to decide. So just do the $5, play with us, come in. The water is beautiful. And then after the 30 days, you can make your decision if you want to continue. Okay. All right. Well, listen, thank you. Bless you all. And remember, you don't just list and sell real estate. I know sometimes, listen to me, sometimes we get so wrapped up in making a living and worrying about our bills and our business and the stresses that we have, that sometimes our life can show up as one long ass to-do list. And sometimes that can be frustrating. It can be draining and not fun. But you must remember this. What you do is much more than list and sell real estate. You actually help people get to their next level in their life. The state that you work in gave you a license to practice real estate, just like the state gives a doctor a license to practice medicine or an attorney to practice law. You get to practice helping people get to the next level in their life. What you do is change people's lives. So keep that up front for you. It helps the pains of the business be a little less painful. Okay? God bless you. Stay safe, stay focused. And of course, don't forget to keep smiling. Bye, everybody.